Beneath a dark and brooding winter sky, and standing 125 feet above the flat Essex marshes, lies the ancient church of St. Nicholas. Once the base camp of Canewdon, the Danish Viking warrior king who laid claim to England, Canewdon fought and won a pivotal battle against the English forces of the King of Wessex at the nearby Battle of Ashendon in 1016 AD. St. Nicholas was built in the 14th century, although the building contains Roman brick, stone and tile, and may in part date back to a much earlier structure. Being situated so high above the surrounding land, the church site may have had a military purpose as a watchtower, as well as that of a place of religious worship. The Tower of St. Nicholas is reputedly to be 75 feet in height, and local legend dictates that whilst the church tower stands, there will always be 6 witches living in the village. It is also said that if you run anti-clockwise around the tower on Halloween, the devil will appear. One such famous witch was a man named George Pickingale, sometimes known simply as Old George. George Pickingale died in 1909, aged 93. Pickingale was both a black and white magician, and whilst he was much feared by the villagers who dared not disobey him for fear of what he might do in reprisal, he would also charm their warts and sometimes called in to settle their disputes. He used his reputation to exploit the villagers who were convinced that he had the power to summon the local witches by means of a wooden whistle, and that he could bewitch their threshing machinery if he so felt inclined. Because of this, the site is often guarded by police on Halloween to prevent thrill-seekers and black magic worshippers from entering the church grounds. As in my experiences in the USA, whenever there are local legends with a hint of the black arts, churchyard fixtures such as graves and gravestones are laid to waste, with the result today that there are many headstones missing from St. Nicholas, whilst many more lay broken and forgotten. I personally do not believe the local legends of St. Nicholas, but do believe that the site has many spiritual presences, which is the reason of my visit today. Although some distance and elevated high from the village, the church was blasted by strong winds on my visit, and sadly a lot of EVP captured was barely audible because of it. Also, there was on this day of my visit builders renovating the church tower, but regardless I captured my first EVP as I walked to a grave on site. There's only spirits here. Could you say something please? I come in peace, I mean you no offence. I can feel an energy here by this stone which is tilting over. Could you tell me your name please? Or do you wish to say something? Having by now spent an hour in this wonderful churchyard, yet despite the desecration there was a lot of spiritual energy present. But reluctantly I had to leave and bade farewell and left the church site.